everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my new series. The new series is going to be called Routes, Risks, and Rest Stops. We'll go over everything about the trip, everything you should be ready for. So stay tuned and we'll cover the next adventure. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Routes, Risks, and Rest Stops. So today we're going to be going over the VOR ride. And that pretty much just started in my neck of the woods. We went over through Samo, on over the Chute Pass, and I did not go over this section right here, the Chute Pass, the bypass, sorry, because I needed to save a lot of time. So I stayed on the road the whole way over through Creston, and that got me to Kidd Creek Forest Service Road, and that's where I took a left. I headed up here. Now this is normally the Moyi bypass. The reason is this is Moyi over here, and we bypass Moyi, and we head up here on the gravel road. Up here, we're probably around the 40K mark, and we're gonna just go up here. We're gonna go through a place called the Chute, which is kind of challenging, and we're gonna take a left onto the VOR road. Then we're gonna drop off the back side of the VOR through some brush. And then we're going to hit the Mary Creek Forest Service Road, come back around, a little bit of pavement right here back into Cranbrook. I had a bite to eat in Cranbrook. By then it was dark, and I came back and I picked up the Lumber Timber Road to complete the loop, and then came all the way back. And it was a long day, but it was an amazing ride. So I'm hoping you guys take it and enjoy it as much as I did. Just be careful, a few spots, like I was saying, the Chute is one, and the downhill on the back side of the VOR, it's quite steep as well. But other than that, it's totally doable. And if you wanted to come in, you could also come in from this side and do kind of sort of the same loop and do most of this ride except for this portion right here. You could come in off the highway, come through Cranbrook, and just basically come in this way right here. Anyway, that's it. So let's get started. Let's dig into this thing. Let's start off with, we're just outside of Creston. We're going to take a left on Kidd Creek Road. That's going to head up, follow a creek bed quite a ways up. It's got a few tricky sections here and there. Nothing too terribly bad. There is one spot right here where you get up near the power line, and there is one spot where it is fairly steep. Not a ton of loose stuff, but there is some loose stuff on it. So just be aware of that. Very scenic. There's a couple spots in here, and I think it's either here or somewhere here that there is a few spots to take pictures of the valley. So just be aware of that. Those are good rests if you want to take 5. And we're going to head up here, and that's going to lead us to our first deviation from the trail. Now this is right around the 40K mark. So we're going to take a left on about the 40 kilometer mark. This in here, really nice riding. There isn't anything in here that is really concerning. Lots of places to take rests and take some pictures, and this mountainside here is quite scenic. So if you're up on here, once you level off, you can take pictures over, and it is very nice. Okay, let's go back up to the next section now. Okay, on to the next section of the ride. So we're going to take a left here. That's going to be on Weaver Creek Forest Service Road. And kind of a really nice ride up here. These are open fields. Real nice, very scenic. It was nice in the time of year that I went because it was the leaves are starting to turn. Kind of weave our way up. And we get to a section here. Now here's where it is interesting. If you look at this, you can actually come up in a few different ways. And I didn't realize this until I had actually been up here, but now I haven't been on these trails, but these are all ATV trails, and they're maintained by the local ATV club. So you could actually come up here. In addition, you can almost probably come up here too as well. So just as you know, there are a number of ways. I came up this way, but it was relatively unused, so it was a nice trail that way, but it just goes to show you there are a few ways to get there. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, that takes us to this intersection here. Okay, now we work our way up, and this is, you're pretty much in the Alpine up here, and here's where things get dicey. So this right here is the chute, and you can refer to the video for that. So this is a real steep, rocky little ride. It's about, I'd say around through probably 200 to 300 meters long. Now, the good news is as soon as you get off of that, as soon as you get through here, it's fine. And then you just continue on. And you continue on down, and the trail is pretty nice, real nice going on the trail. And that brings us down to the Perry Creek side. Okay, then we turn on to the Perry Creek Road, and then we continue down along this valley floor. And this is really nice. It's a really nice road. It's out in the open. And that's going to take us to the actual VOR turn. Now, kind of along the same lines of the other one, there were these other trails. I'm not certain about them, but you could actually have a look at that. These other trails here that go up to as well. I'm not familiar with those ones. Okay, well, let's go up to this next area and have a look. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a left onto the VOR trail, and really nice little road up here going up. Nothing too spectacular ability wise. You just keep going up, and it's nice. It's out, fair amount of scenic, and then as you near the top, there is that one. Make sure you take the right. You want to be here. You don't want to take this. This is where I went. It's steep and abrupt, and it goes straight up. You want to take the road to the right. It's an actual road, and it'll go off to the right, and then that'll get you up on the top. And this is the section the VOR is in, right in here, and quite scenic, like you see by the video. Very nice. And this section is not very long, maybe a dozen or 15 kilometers. So it's doable probably in an afternoon if you came from the highway. And let's take a quick look at that. Okay, here's the VOR here in relation to Kimberly, which is here. And to get to there, you just come over the road here and come through here, the Perry Creek Trail. And that would be a super easy way of getting up to here without coming over where I had come over. Super easy. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so we're on top of here. We're on top of the VOR. Now we're going to go down the back side. So this trail here, fairly steep going down. I don't imagine it's anything you want to try to come up. And then there is that turn to the right, which is very important. So this turn to the right, it's on the middle of the hill. Be careful you don't drive past it. And then you continue on. This section here is kind of bushy at times, so yeah, you will get into some scrub brush and into the willows and whatnot, and work your way down. And as you come down, it'll get clearer, clearer, clearer until right around here it becomes just a regular old forest road. Possibly a little better right here, but as you get here, it opens up, and then you just work the road all the way down to where you get down to the intersection right here. And then you got the really decent road. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so that brings us to here, to this intersection. So now we're just going to continue on, and this is the St. Mary River Forest Service Road. It just kind of meanders along. Nice little trail road. Brings us to here. And then when we go down to here, so this portion is paved. So you're going to start on to this portion that's paved. Now, here's where things get interesting. I did go up this road. However, somebody in here somewhere has put a gate across it. So I'm not certain what that's going to entail. We may have to wait on that until maybe a year or two goes by and that gets opened up again. But yeah, so right now, So all I did is I just continued on the pavement heading towards Cranbrook. Okay, so I just continued on the backside of Cranbrook. And then I had dinner in Cranbrook, and it was dark. So I wasn't certain if I was going to continue on and actually go past Moye Lake or come up here and just go on basically on the way that I came through in the morning. So what I did is I decided to go up Lumberton and continue on the way that I actually come in the morning and continue on until I got back to the highway. Now that cut out this piece right here, which is the Moye. This is the Moye bypass. And I just, like I said in the video, I was more comfortable being on the dirt road rather than on the highway with deer and whatnot. Yeah, so in the dark, I just continued on and basically went the way I came and back home. And that was the ride. So I got home fairly late. It was a long day, but it was an amazing day. So the one is the Chute. That is kind of the killer. But if you went with a couple people and you had at least 2 people, I'm betting you could almost push the bike up, given reason. Anyhow, that's it. So that's it for this episode, and keep riding, be safe, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Click here to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Or click here to see some of my other videos. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share. And leave any comments or questions at the bottom of the page.